I am now joined by former JMU basketball star A.J. Davis. He helped lead the Dukes to a CAA title back in 2013 and the team's last appearance in the NCAA tournament. On May 5, 2021, a year ago yesterday, he was involved in a tragic accident that caused him to lose both of his legs. He is now working to get back on the court. Thanks for joining us today, A.J.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell me about your experience playing here at JMU and in particular the 2013 season?
Once My experience playing at JMU was very remarkable. That 2013 season was a good season. It was one of those seasons that we will remember. My 3 years there, just being able to win the CAA tournament and going to the NCAA tournament, playing 2 rounds there, it was just remarkable for us. So,
And what did you envision yourself doing after graduating JMU?
uh, I envision myself continuing my basketball career, playing overseas or to the NBA, embarking on that journey, trying to get to the NBA. It didn't quite work out the way I wanted to plan, so played 7 seasons overseas, locally overseas. So had to go a different route, but just seeing myself playing basketball after I graduated.
And what would you say has been the biggest challenge for you since the accident?
Biggest challenge for me since my accident is just everyday living. Just that unknowing that I'm not being able to play basketball again for the rest of my life. Well, I won't say rest of my life, but to the ability that I was playing before the accident.
And what has this past year been like adjusting to an entirely new lifestyle?
It's been rough. Like I said, just being in an unfamiliar place and unfamiliar, having to pick up as I go, day to day living, emotions, feeling, just everyday thought.
And then you mentioned the emotions. How have you personally dealt with the emotions after such a life changing event?
It's been an up and down roller coaster for me. Some days I'm cool, some days I'm in a funk, don't really want to do things. Some days I'm just the same as I was before the accident, smiling every day, making jokes, just being around family. But there's some days I just don't want to move out of my bed, or I just don't want to be bothered with anyone.
A year later, what has been the biggest lesson you've learned throughout the process of getting back on the court?
Biggest process getting back on the court is just getting in that mindset of pushing myself through the uncomfortability and putting in the work that I need and to do to get back on the court to be able, one, to be able to walk, and then two, to be able to play basketball again.
And what would be your advice to JMU students who are facing adversity?
Take it head on. Adversity is just fear, unsure that you don't know that you can do something. I would just say don't be afraid of it. Tackle it head on. If you don't know till you try, it's almost one of those things like put your best effort into it. If you fail, get up and try again.
And what would you say the basketball world in the future holds for you?
Um, I don't say. I know it's pretty bright for me. I just can't wait to endure it and embark on that journey and see what it has for me.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and we wish you the best of luck in your journey.
Thank you for having me.